Don't ask me to talk. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Don't Ask Me to Talk, that wonderful hour where you forget everything that's going on in the world. You put your head in the sand and you enjoy the grittiness. No, it's hardly gritty. Anyway, I am one of your hosts. I am Stacey Heller, and of course, I'm joined by
Eric Ryder. Hey, your other podcast pal.
Yeah. Okay, the show is hardly gritty.
Yeah. I think we're the opposite of gritty.
Right.
Yes.
Like, put your head in the sand and like, hey, look at that. Is that like a clam? What is that? I think I found gold.
Except we might be kicking up some dust, some grit here and there as we take the conversational dirt roads, so to speak, because as we like to say, we never met a tangent that we didn't like. So sometimes we go off topic. All times we go off topic.
Yeah. It's fun that way. And, you know, there's so much that's going on in the world, and we don't recommend that you actually put your head in the sand. You should be paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
But not for this hour.
That's right.
This hour is for you to be edutained.
Yes.
By all the things that we have to share. I mean,
if we were a superhero team, we would be the Distractors.
Ooh, I don't hate that.
Yeah.
The Disruptors.
No,
okay.
We're not disrupting anything. We're distracting
It's my
people
word of the year. I'm
for an
trying to
hour.
incorporate. Jeez.
1 hour at a time.
All right. I haven't been disrupting much in the past week, so I might need to disrupt that. I'll tell you what, actually, the cold that I had, and I still have a little bit remaining, that has been a disruptor.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, it really took me down. I went from, like, sexy voice to, like, wah, wah. And, of course, before we started, yep. Yeah, just like that, actually. And before we started recording, you asked, like, hey, did you watch any episodes of this or that? And I'm like, no. I don't know what I did. It is like a lost 4 days. Yeah. But hey.
It's just the fog of cold.
It is.
Right.
I watched The Reluctant Royal.
Which sounds like it would be a Lifetime or a Hallmark.
It's a Hallmark.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And he's a mechanic from Philly named Johnny. And his mother, who was like a singer in a nightclub, hooked up with a young then Duke. And suddenly it turns out when they're trying to find who's going to take over for the duchy, as they call it, they found him.
Pass the duchy on the left-hand side.
Exactly. And he went to the Pickled Pickle, was the local pub. And
that sounds like the kind of place that might serve the best sandwich in the world.
Hey!
Which, spoilers, is our topic for today. Our top topic for today, if you will, which we do in the last segment of the show. Thanks to our good buddy, the Wheelo Topics, for selecting that for us last week.
Do you think the O makes the wheel Irish?
It's entirely possible.
Interesting.
I just found out, like seconds before this broadcast, that the original MGM Lions were both Irish.
What?
They were born in Dublin Zoo.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a weird fact.
That's a fun fact.
That is a fun fact, which, by the way, I'm including today an element of trivia because I like to say that this show is edutainment, and so edutained you will be.
Great.
Yeah. You seem super excited.
I was just trying to think what like an Irish lion would say, like, top of the roar to you.
Try the Colganin. They're car. That's not good. None of that is good.
Wow.
And you know what? You'll edit stuff out that you do that's stupid, but you don't edit any of my stupidity out.
Any of our listeners could testify that I don't edit out my stupid. There's plenty of that in there.
Okay. That's such a bizarre. Like, did they import them to Hollywood, or did they record them at the zoo?
They imported them.
Really? Can you imagine? Like,
and you know what? Since they stopped doing the lions for MGM, the retired lions now live in a sanctuary that's just outside of Vegas.
hopefully not with Siegfried and
They've
Roy.
retired to Vegas. They're doing a residency there.
Wow. Okay. So, not the OG lions. Did they still have lions that they were keeping for MGM?
Yeah.
Like, what, did they haul them out for, like, events and stuff?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Back in the day, the MGM hotels would each have a lion that you could go visit.
Stop.
No, for real.
That's
I remember
wrong.
as a kid. Yeah. They just kept them behind like a velvet rope, too. Yeah, they'd bring them out on a leash, and then they'd give them like slabs of meat, and you could just come by and say, "Hey, Leo."
That's so wrong.
I mean, there's worse conditions than a luxury hotel
I mean,
and casino. The buffet was fantastic. If that lion was getting any of that buffet, then,
this is true,
he had
but
a decent life.
I mean, I don't know. Also, how did the lions get to Hollywood back in the day? Steamliner?
They probably put him on a plane.
Were there planes back then?
There was planes, yeah.
Okay. I really need to work on my timeline of history and when things, because I'm thinking like, it's in front of the phonograph thing and it's like recording, but I think that's the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, RCA.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
He's
mixing
hearing his master's voice.
Right. So I'm confusing RCA and MGM lions.
Yeah, RCA didn't have lions. They had a dog.
Right. Which is a totally different species.
Yes. And I have no idea where that dog was born.
So many things. We have to look this up. You got to look up, where was the RCA dog born? And it might be Irish, which is how we got onto this topic. Because again, no thread left unpulled. Did you find out?
His name was Nipper, and he was a British dog. He's best known as the subject of the 1898 painting His Master's Voice, which was painted by his owner, Francis Berard, that went on to become the famous entertainment symbol. So,
okay, so we can assume that Nipper is UK based.
I mean, he was British.
Yeah. So, wow. All these pieces of Americana that are not Americana. But honestly, isn't that what America is?
Yeah.
People from all over the place.
Sure.
Coming with their talents and abilities like barking and roaring.
Yes.
Making a name for themselves.
That's right.
Okay. All right. Oh.
So I always just found it interesting that we had RCA over there or over here, whereas over in the UK they had HMV, which was His Master's Voice.
Oh.
Yeah. Which was a record store, an electronics store. So I don't know why they made the separation. It was kind of like the Carl's Jr. Hardee's thing, I think.
Wait, those aren't two separate places?
They're the same company. Just on the East Coast, it's Hardee's. On the West Coast, it's Carl's Jr.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like Hellman's and Best.
Exactly.
Oh, boy.
Two companies, I think, that merged, and then they had a presence in different places, so they just kept those individual names.
So weird. I am learning so much. I do feel like I'm still a little sick dopey today.
I feel like they could have called it like Carl Hardy Jr. and then just kind of, combined the names, made everybody happy or confused.
Yeah. I was watching my daily allotment.
And why not Hellman's Best Food? It's a mouthful, maybe.
I mean,
literally.
But I finally had an appreciation for the bring out the Hellmans and bring out the best, which is both of the names in the jingle.
Right.
I'm a jingle girl. I think we've talked about that. I love myself a jingle. Okay. there are important holidays to
You're
talk
like
about.
Nipper leaning up against
Yes,
your
exactly.
gramophone playing the latest copy of Now That's What I Call Jingles.
Exactly.
Volume 10.
Exactly. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
First cut by Manon.
Oh, I know that one. I know Oscar Mayer.
Right.
I know Toys R Us. I know Jack LaLanne Fitness.
Classics of the late 70s, early 80s.
Uh-huh. Oreo.
Oreo.
Yeah.
Oh. How does the Oreo jingle go?
It's the
I was just thinking of a Weird Al song that was about Oreos. But I just came to realize I don't know an Oreo jingle.
ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie. They forever go together. They're a classic combination. From the dark, delicious chocolate to the icy cold sensation, they're the one and only crispy, creamy, chocolatey Oreo.
Okay.
I just pulled
You just jogged
that.
my memory.
I just pulled that. Before I started singing it, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to know this whole thing. And bam. That, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you just pulled a memory out that never thought I'd access again. So,
You're
good
welcome.
job.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's your weekly jingle from history.
Jingle from history. All right.
Uh-huh.
I like that.
I'm trying out new segments.
I like it.
Yeah,
The
right?
jingle from history.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we could get some historical events that had their own jingle,
Right.
Like
Who doesn't remember that 9/11 jingle?
Wow. I was hoping to go
Oh.
further back so the tragedy would be comedy at this point.
Oh.
You're starting straight at tragedy.
Yeah.
Where people are going to be yelling too soon.
Too soon. Well,
Yes.
it is always too soon. Like when the shot heard around the world, the one that started the World War I or something,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, Archduke Franz Ferdinand was
right.
assassinated, which coincidentally, I'm going to see the band Franz Ferdinand tonight.
What? Did I just make a connection?
Or I should say, by the time this drops, I will have seen Franz Ferdinand. And they put on a great show at the Showbox Soto here in Seattle.
Is there a shot that's heard around the venue?
I hope not.
Well, not that kind of shot. I'm thinking.
There's definitely the hits
Well, yeah.
that were heard around the world.
Oh, so there you go.
Yeah. Like Take Me Out.
Take Me Out.
Yeah.
Sing it. Putting you on the spot.
Take me out. And then the riff is probably more of something that people think of as the hook than the vocal, which is like dun 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 dun.
Okay.
Take me out.
Okay. Good job.
Yeah, thanks. Not as classic as your jingle performance, but
Well, all right. So I feel like jingles through history are a thing.
Yes.
You're welcome. I'm going to have to think about now what jingles we can think about. You're
I've
right,
been trying to think of Airship that famously burnt up.
The Zeppelin?
Yeah, what was the name of the famous...
Fun fact, this is completely random. I have some relative from my dad's
The
side.
Hindenburg.
The Hindenburg, that's what it is.
Thank you.
That went on a Zeppelin. Like they traveled by one of those things, but not on the Hindenburg.
Well, thank goodness.
And I have I have a poster, I'm doing air quotes that you can't see, that has all the signatures of all the people that were on the Zeppelin with them. Don't know what they say. It's in German, but that's probably a big deal.
Yeah.
For
yeah.
someone somewhere. No one that's listening. But hey, again, edutainment.
Right. And my attempt to come up with a jingle for the Hindenburg. Oh, the humanity. It's a tragedy. It's the Hindenburg. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, I kind of like it. By the way, we were going to circle around back to something from last week, weren't we?
Yeah, I think it was what animal. We talked about what animals we would be.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd you do thinking about that?
I mean, I thought about it. I just haven't come to like a conclusion of, a particular animal that I think I have all that much in common with. Maybe a penguin.
Because you're always so well dressed?
Sure.
Why a penguin?
Well, penguins seem dapper, right?
Yeah.
They seem like they've got a plan.
You're a penguin with a plan.
That's right. I don't know. I've always liked penguins.
Okay.
I like their monochrome styling. Yeah.
The little burst of color in their beak.
There you go. Yeah. But, the funny thing is our nickname for Gertie is Moose.
Oh.
Yeah. And so she's much easier to peg than, me thinking of an animal. My dog as another animal. Did you ever do that with your pets? Like nickname them another animal?
Yes. Chicken. Because the cat sits like a chicken.
Okay.
It looks like it's like sitting on its like nest, like roosting.
Huh.
Like it's going to lay an egg.
Okay. I don't think I've ever noticed that, but all right. Yeah.
I mean, come on. I want you to know that every time this is completely, hey, ADHD people out there, you're going to track with this with me. You're going to now think about cats looking like they're on a nest about to lay an egg. And I want you to know that every time I go swimming and I looked at my pruny fingers, I look for the trees that you're talking about on my fingertips.
Nice.
So I think about you when I'm all pruny.
And do you know what I'm talking about now?
Yeah, well, yes. Yes. They're definitely saggy fir trees.
Sure, but they look like evergreens on your fingertips.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. So, next time you're in a hot tub or a pool or you're been in the shower for hours and hours crying about the state of the world, look at your fingertips and look for the trees. And next time you see a cat that looks like it's all like a loaf, think of it like, oh, it's like a chicken.
All right.
Okay.
And
anyway,
the reason why Gertie's, thank you for asking, Gertie's nickname is Moose is because she's got two little nubs on her head. And immediately we thought, oh, that's her antlers coming in. But they haven't come in yet.
Why? Did she get hit by the...
We have no idea, but she's got two little nubs on her skull. So it looks like she's going to sprout antlers. And so she's a moose.
That's cute.
Yes.
It's taking me back to the Bugs Bunny with the monster, the big red monster, and he's like, how many lumps would you like? I don't know, 2 or 3. And then he's like, boom, boom, boom. And the little bumps appear that look like they're little antlers.
Right. And it's lumps of sugar.
Yeah.
For the tea.
Right.
But instead,
lumps on the head.
Whacked with a hammer.
Right.
Big cartoon hammer.
Of course. Classic.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Needs its own historical jingle.
That's all, folks. Okay.
So why don't we take a break?
Yeah, because I have more things to share.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I am on fire today.
You seem like you've been pulling that up for the last 20 minutes. So.
I have. All right.
So let's take the break. We'll come right back. We'll actually get into some kind of discussion.
What?
Stay tuned.
Don't ask me to talk.
Hey, I'm Stacey Heller. I'm one of your podcast pals, along with Eric Ryder from Don't Ask Me to Talk. Are you liking what you're listening to? Awesome. We would love if you would follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram as Don't Ask Me to Talk. We also are wherever you find your favorite podcast. You can follow us, subscribe, like, rate, whatever it is that you do. You can also email us. That's asking@don'taskmetotalk.com. And if you'd like, text or leave us a voicemail at 475-999-2726. Basically, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for listening.
And we're back right here on Don't Ask Me to Talk. I'm one of your podcast pals.
I'm the other one. I'm Stacey.
Yeah, and I didn't say my name, but it's Eric Ryder. And welcome, a big welcome. I don't think we even said that in the last segment.
I was just so raring to go.
Yes.
Telling you, this medicine has me
Wrapped
hopped up.
and full of juice.
Exactly. Exactly. The juice is loose.
Yes.
Another jingle type thing.
We learned that I'm a penguin, my dog is a moose, and Stacy is, refresh my memory again on what you selected.
A frog.
A frog. Yeah.
Yep, I'm ready to hop to it.
Yeah. There we go. We are the Distractors.
Yep. We are.
We are a superhero team made up of a dog, a frog, and a moose. And
a penguin.
Yes. And a penguin.
Oh, can't you see Gertie with like a little cape?
Sure.
That'd be so cute.
Yeah.
Like Gertie sort of like
the new
running
Superman movie, they finally brought his dog into it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
That's cute. How did I not know that? Why isn't that product placement everywhere?
Oh, I'm sure it will be.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So we'll see. I forget the name of the dog, Superman's dog. No, it's something else.
I mean, it's Supergirl. Why wouldn't it be Super Dog?
Yeah, they actually gave him a name.
Wow. Is that like, does that go with canon? Because I feel like it was
Crypto.
Okay. But isn't kryptonite the thing that is like Superman can't deal with?
Yes, but he's also from Krypton, which is his home planet.
Right.
So crypto is from Krypton. Right.
Okay. Right. So he's like a currency.
Sure.
Okay.
I feel bad for Crypto that his name has been turned into a scam.
Right? Ugh, poor doggy.
Poor fictional doggy.
Exactly. No cape for you. Did the dog have a cape in the movie?
He did.
Oh,
yeah.
See, now this is what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh, that's so cute. All right. Now the thing that I have been trying to talk about are holidays. There's a reason.
Do we even have any? I mean, we've got April Fool's Day coming up.
April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
And did you ever do anything that was like really good for April Fool's Day?
I feel like I made one or two jokes on air that I think landed, but
but you don't know because
yeah. But I was never great at doing like pranks or whatever on friends and family. So yeah.
I did one that my kids are still angry with me about. And in hindsight, knowing how much I love cake, I would belatedly have to agree. I bought what is like florist foam where, it's in different shapes. And I bought 2 pieces that look like cake rounds. And I frosted them with frosting, and I put sprinkles on it, and it was like
ruining good frosting.
I totally did, and like made it look like a cake, and it was like we're gonna have cake, it's gonna be great. And then they went to cut in it, and what I didn't do, and this was not on purpose, this was just purely because I didn't think of it. I didn't have a backup cake. Like, I wasn't like, just kidding.
Right.
Here's the real cake.
Yeah.
It was like, just kidding.
Just disappointment.
Right.
I got to say, that's pretty funny, though. I think that's pretty good.
The kids were just like, are you kidding me right now?
Right.
And then Pete used to send the kids, he made the kids lunches very often when they were in middle school. And he would send the kids, or actually elementary school, and he would send like a can of cat food or like random things in for the kids' lunch. But we would notify the teacher because back then you had to like say if you were having school lunch or not. So the kids would go to open their lunch and they'd be like, what the heck? And so then they would have school lunch. And they were always like, Dad, it's so embarrassing. But I think mine is better. I think his was an inconvenience.
Yeah. I mean, that's really all that April Fool's jokes typically are, is an inconvenience.
Right.
But that reminds me of that. And this is a problem with so many like pranks. It seems like the person doing the pranking is way worse off than the person getting pranked in so many. Like, I had a coworker in Alaska that told me a story about how they took cat turds and wrapped them up and gave them to their daughter as almond roca.
Stop it.
For real. And I thought, okay, yeah, that would be gross for the daughter to open up and be like, oh, ha, ha, you got me. But the work
Right.
that went into that is a far worse prank on yourself than
This is true.
the person getting this.
This is true.
Yes.
I did waste frosting and I did waste flour foam things.
Right.
And
But at least in this case, it wasn't disgusting.
no, it
No,
was
they were
so
just like, oh,
sweet.
it's sponge cake.
right.
Literal sponge.
Wow. That is like, tell me that the daughter was there or he was there when this happened. Like, you can't do that to somebody because okay. Wow.
I was just like, okay. Sounds like you pranked yourself.
I know, right? Oh my gosh.
But I'll tell you, because your kids were upset about that, that reminds me of the prank that my mom did on me when I was a kid that made me like grumpy for a while.
Oh?
Where she, like all the things that we have been asking for, like, oh, can we please get a, VCR? Can we please get a color TV? Can we please get cable? All that stuff. She was like, I'll give you everything you want on February 29th. Or February 30th. I think she figured out the the leap year thing. So we're like, yes. And then only to realize, pulling up a calendar that February 30th does not exist. So, but it
That
sounds like it
mom.
should exist, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, wow. That mom of yours, she's pretty clever. The other,
You're like writing this down.
I totally am.
You can
I'm like,
bust it out next time
for the
your
grandkids
kids.
so that I can
Yes.
disappoint them someday. The other holiday that I noticed, only because of our topic, which is the whole sandwich thing,
Right.
is that on, I think it's April 2nd, is Peanut Butter and Jelly Day.
Ooh,
Now-
I do like a good peanut butter and jelly.
I know you're shocked. I do not. However,
It just boggles the mind.
it's gross. It's just weird.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I just
It's one of
I
the most
can't.
popular foods
I know.
ever invented.
I know. Whatever. But it made me think of the show, which this would not probably be in your awareness because you don't have children. And this was definitely a show that like my kids' generation watched. It was called Peanut Butter and Jelly. Now, stay with me on this, Eric and listeners. There's a guy that I follow on social media. His name is Adam Rose. He does a lot of reaction videos. He is wearing always this blue cardigan with a shawl collar. Good-looking guy.
So every time I see like a reaction video posted, I think, who the hell watches these?
Me.
Now I know.
But
All
him
right.
specifically. So look up Adam Rose, and he's a character actor, and he's been in a ton of things, actually, but he's kind of made a name for himself. And he's probably not much younger than we are, whatever. Anyway, turns out he voiced one of the characters on Peanut Butter and Jelly, the show.
Okay.
I was like, what? He's been around forever. And that made me really happy. Happier than a peanut butter and jelly sandwich would.
Which you inexplicably find to be disgusting.
Yes, I do.
Well,
Yeah.
Still never understand it.
Yeah, well, you know what? That is the beauty of this partnership.
But let me clarify here. Do the two ingredients separately disgust you or just them together?
I think just them together. Okay. Oh my
So you like peanut butter?
I love peanut butter cookies, love like peanut butter on toast, peanut butter on crackers.
Right.
Chef's kiss.
Do you like jam?
I like jams. I don't like grape jelly.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, once you're over the age of 10, grape jelly really you should graduate to something a
Right.
little more sophisticated.
So I love myself a strawberry or a raspberry. I'm
Right.
not very adventuresome when it comes to others, but them together, I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. Yep. It's a character flaw at this point, it feels like. It feels like a cultural blind spot.
Well, there you go. But I mean, at least, okay. I can kind of grasp, I guess, that, that it's the fusion of the two that puts you off. But the idea that somebody could dislike both peanut butter and jam just was blowing my mind.
Yeah, no, but I do have issues when Pete used to make the kids peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Do not use the same knife to go from one to the other. You must clean the knife before you infect either the jelly or the peanut butter.
Why wouldn't you? Okay.
What?
A separate cutlery for each.
Because sometimes Pete's an idiot and he's trying to get through things quickly. He's like 3 sandwiches, blah, 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 move on to the next thing, blah, blah, blah.
It's a knife for the peanut butter. You spread it on as many sandwiches as you're going to make. Then a spoon for the jam. You put that on. Use the same knife used for the peanut butter to spread that jam.
You could give a master class on this.
Welcome to my TED Talk on PB&J.
You laugh, but I wonder if it's been done.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, we gotta, this is the ticket to our fame and fortune.
Entirely possible.
All right. Okay. Before we go too far astray, too late, what have you watched? Because there's the whole cultural blind spots and...
Yeah, I've been trying to erase those here over the last year or so.
Mm-hmm. I'm enjoying my blinders.
Okay. But not your Peaky Blinders.
Haven't seen it.
See, that's another one for you.
And the thing is, you do your homework. I don't. But I give you such a hard time.
Yeah, I don't do my homework when it comes to the topic of the week. But
watching Grease, which I found out you haven't seen.
Yeah, I have not seen Grease. I'll tell you what, I saw a junior college production.
That is not the same.
Grease. It's absolutely the same story.
It's the same story.
Yes.
But it is not the same.
And watching it, I realized this is a really dumb story.
The nuances to it, the innuendo.
All that stuff was there in the junior college performance of it, and it just did not appeal to me in any way. So I've never seen the movie or its sequels.
Well, the sequels are
But I am very aware of it, because of the soundtrack and clips and stuff. But that is one. That is, because that was a huge movie.
Huge. It was, so I bring it up because, and I'm going to get back to the question that I asked you, I promise. Last night, we finished watching something and Grease was on, and it was the dance scene when they're going to be on the program and everything. And the band for the dance is Sha-Na-Na. Pete reminded me, I worked with one of those guys. He was an accountant.
Was it Bowser?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was...
I'm just imagining the guy filling in a ledger and then gradually working his fist into his mouth while he's filling out the A column. And then
it was the black gentleman. And he, I guess, was in finance or accounting, and Pete and he worked together. They had meetings and things. And it's how do you go from a gold lame jacket and one of wait,
wasn't he an accountant first or a Sha-Na-Na first?
I'm guessing that maybe it was he probably went to school for the one but did the other on the side, and then I don't know. Of course Pete doesn't ask these questions. I would have been so tell me. Well,
I gotta imagine that he was in Sha-Na-Na first, because otherwise, Pete wouldn't have known about it, right? Or did he see Sha-Na-Na and then see the guy and go, "Hey, I worked with that guy"?
That movie was in the
70s,
and he was probably in his 20s at the time, right? And so Pete probably didn't work with him until the 80s or 90s.
Right.
So maybe it was
so he had probably
Sha-Na-Na.
retired at that point.
Yeah.
All right.
Huh. Anyway.
Interesting.
All right. So back to the question that I asked. Hey, how's it going with
by the way, that is some hot goss.
Right. You're welcome.
we are
Always current.
Always in the zeitgeist.
Yeah, just saying.
I think Shauna Na actually finally retired this last year. So, I mean, we are really
Oh, well, there you
just
go.
on the cusp of relevancy.
Whatever. That's not what this show is about.
No, it's not.
So there you go.
It's about fun distractions.
Exactly.
Like erasing your cultural blind spots.
Yes. So back
which-
to this.
Yeah, I've got Grease now on my list.
Okay. Excellent.
And you still have not seen an episode of The Simpsons.
I'm on it.
Yes. Okay. But this last week, I got to say, I'm continuing to watch all six seasons, I think it is, of Orange is the New Black, and I'm enjoying that. This is, it's an interesting show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
It
when
really
we
is.
last left, there was a cliffhanger.
There was a cliffhanger from season 1 to season 2.
Okay. Did she earn some jail time as a result of?
No, she did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she got into a fight with one of the other inmates, and so it fades to black with her beating the snot out of one of the other inmates that tried to kill her. And so you're wondering, oh, okay, is that going to mean she's got extra jail time, or is that going to mean, like the other person is dead? Who knows? So when they open up season 2, she's in solitary confinement, or SHU as they call it on the show.
Oh.
Then they extract her and put her on a plane and take her to another city, and they don't tell her what's going on at all. And then turns out it's because she has to testify in a trial.
Oh.
So, yeah. But that first episode, they really keep, kind of tight-lipped on what's actually going on, which is interesting, which I got to imagine for the people that waited 2 years in between the season had to been like,
Was there
what
really
is
2
going on?
years between?
I have no idea. It was probably 6 months. But, some of these shows, like Severance, for instance, the first season was on, and then 3 years later, they come back with season 2.
That's like Stranger Things. It's been on for 15 years.
I keep waiting for that final season to drop. But yeah, it has not.
She's 35.
Right? She went from 11 to 35.
Exactly.
They're going to change her name in this last episode.
I think they should.
Yeah, so enjoying that. But I also went back and watched a classic movie, I think, called Explorers, which I watched in the theater in 1985, where many of the cast were the same age as me. And enjoyed it quite a bit. And this one is maybe, I think, a lesser-known classic kids movie.
I knew it, though.
You did, yeah.
I immediately was like, River Phoenix, Ethan
That's
Hawke.
right, yeah.
And I didn't know the third person.
That's right, Jason Presson. So you got Baby Hawk, you got Baby Phoenix, and Jason Presson, who did not go on to superstardom like River Phoenix and Ethan Hawke did. But,
Right. He should have been like Robin something.
yeah, maybe if he had a bird name, like Jason Parrot or something.
Yeah. Totally.
I'm sure. Then he could have become one of these acting icons.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
Anyway, it's a really fun movie. For folks that haven't seen it, it's about kids that basically build a spaceship in their backyard out of junk, and the spaceship works thanks to the intervention of some aliens that are trying to get some people to come visit them because they've been watching our TV for years and years and years. And it's actually a really fun, really funny movie that I was happy to revisit.
I
And
gotta revisit that too.
yeah, it's on Canopy at the moment.
Okay.
And yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's it's not edgy in any stretch at all.
No,
So
but-
for today's standards, people might be like, I don't know. But for it's a perfect family film, I think.
But I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, that's kind of our listeners because we're not exactly
Oh, right.
let's remember, this is about feel good, a little nostalgia.
Why would the show that has a 9/11 jingle ever be considered edgy? We are nothing but.
Okay. All right.
We are nothing but, family friendly.
We're totally family friendly. Ugh.
Anyway, so
It was a bad moment.
yeah, check it out if you haven't seen it. It's definitely an enjoyable one. If you're a fan of stuff like E.T. or Back to the Future,
Or the Iron Giant.
or the Iron Giant, I
You never
guess.
saw that.
I haven't seen it, no, but it's like that's an animated kids movie from many years after Explorers. But
Yes.
yeah, if you're a fan of those 80s comedy movies that the whole family loves, then this is right up there, I think.
It was good. And once again, got to make it about me. My fun fact is that Ethan Hawke was part of like the age group that I was in, worked at the same ice cream shop as my best friend, went on to see him in his high school production of Glass Menagerie, saved the program from that, didn't save the program from any of the productions that I was associated with. That's how much confidence I had in his future as an actor.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember seeing him on a train after Dead Poets Society came out, and I was like, dude. good
You
stuff.
said, a good place to get a sandwich?
Yes, that's exactly what I said after I said, oh, Captain, my Captain.
That's right. Well, it's good that we bring that up again because it is our topic for today, and we're going to get into it right after this break. So stay tuned for more Don't Ask Me to Talk. Have you ever considered working with an image consultant or stylist, but were worried about what the experience would be like? If that sounds like you, then Michael Bruce Image Consulting is here to help. They've worked with thousands of people, and many of those individuals have shared their experiences by way of style stories. Go to michaelbruceimageconsulting.com/style stories and check out what their delighted clients have to say about their experiences.
Don't ask me to talk.
And welcome back to Don't Ask Me to Talk. I'm Eric Ryder.
I'm Stacey Heller.
Yes, this is the portion of the show where we talk about the top topic for today. And that is picked weekly by our Wheel O Topics.
The Irish Wheel O Topics.
That's right.
Let's make sure that we talk about it. That's how this whole show started today.
True enough. So, yes, the topics are always selected by you to add to the Wheel O Topics.
Yep.
And one of the topics that you added was the best sandwich. So typically, I like to find out what your thinking was behind selecting that topic. But today, we'll just skip that.
Okay,
no, I'm
perfect.
kidding. No. What,
sorry,
what
we're out of time.
inspired this discussion?
Basically, these topics get added at random times, and a while ago, Pete and I were at our lake house, which is borders with Canada, and there is a place over the border that I love their sandwich, and I was like, I can't be this close and not get that sandwich. And so
Now, was this a distinctly Canadian sandwich? Because I too often wonder about the differences between American and Canadian cuisine. I know they've got like poutine as something, and they probably have a little less, Mexican influence than we have, and
Yep.
And stuff. But was this specifically a Canadian sandwich?
I will say the sandwich itself, so it's from
And don't tell me it
Smitty's.
was peanut butter and jelly.
No, it was not peanut butter and jelly. It's from Smitty's. Shout out to Smitty's. And it is really, I don't think, Canadian at all. It is basically a turkey club and like a triple decker type deal with, turkey, bacon, lettuce, tomato, on toast, the whole thing. What they add to it is that when you get your fries, you can get a side of gravy and you can get the turkey gravy. And so then you can have that with your fries, and that's amazing. But this sandwich,
They do like gravy on their fries. That's poutine.
right. And I didn't get
fries,
it until
cheese
I
curds,
got
and
it.
gravy.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I mean, it is It is so good. But this particular club sandwich, so this is what inspired it, by the way. I was thinking about and then my dad used to tell a story about a place that he went to when he was dating Mom called Ma Huller's. It was the 50s. It was like a luncheonette. And it was called, it was a tuna sandwich. And he used to say, oh, I can still taste it. And I always thought that was so weird. But this turkey club is like that for me from Smitty's. I'm like, oh, I can still taste it. So I had to add it to the wheel of topics. And, before it was just like a topic, but now I'm like, now I get it. So the sandwich is delicious. It's a classic, but it's the turkey. It is truly from like a roasted turkey that they've done. They use the dark meat. It's a delicious. Now I want one. Now I'm hungry.
It does sound pretty good.
It's so...
So Turkey Club, does this have the extra little slices of bread?
In the middle.
In between?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And it's not like so big that it's unwieldy, but it's like you got to do it on like white toast. And the turkey's fresh and the tomato is like, the thing with this restaurant is it feels, I don't know if it's a chain or if it's family owned. I see the same people there a lot, so it feels like this particular, I don't even know if there's multiple locations. It feels like it's family owned, and so it just feels like it's homemade. It tastes like it's homemade, and it's delicious. So that's the sandwich that I'm like, ugh, like I crave that sandwich made by them the way that they make it, and yeah. So do you have a sandwich like that?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think of like a restaurant specific one, and I'm not sure that I have a favorite sandwich that I at a particular place like that. That's specific. There are definitely types of sandwiches that I favor over others, but while you explained that, I had to look up the Canadian dishes.
Okay.
So there's some well-known ones that I didn't think about. For instance, of course, I mentioned poutine, but Nanaimo bars are delicious dessert from Vancouver Island, of course, which is a no-bake dessert with crumb-based custard layer chocolate topping. There's also butter tarts, which are sweet Canadian pastry with custard filling.
So that band, when they're singing about butter tarts, are they a Canadian band?
What band? What are you talking about?
You know that song, now I'm going to have to look it up. There's a song that's like a pop song, and they're like something about butter tarts. Okay, I'm going to look this up while you keep going. Anyway, go on.
Did Len mention that in the Steal My Sunshine song?
Yeah, I think.
Okay. Yeah, they are Canadian.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
there's Montreal smoked meat, which is a cured beef brisket served on rye bread with mustard. But I feel like everybody's got a cured beef brisket. Wow. So I don't know. Maybe it's the spices that they use. There's the bannock, which is a type of bread made by indigenous communities, often fried, so like fry bread.
Okay.
So it sounds like they have we have similar dishes, but they have a kind of a specifically Canadian twist on a lot of these. Tourterie, this sounds really good. A French-Canadian meat pie made with minced pork, beef, and potatoes. Montreal-style bagels, which is a denser wood-fired bagel. Pamille bacon, which I guess is Canadian bacon, probably.
All that would track.
Ketchup chips. Yeah, that's like a flavor that you don't find here.
And the all-dressed
that are popular
ones.
there. And the all-dressed ones, yeah. Saskatoon berry pie. So this is a dessert.
Saskatoon?
Yeah, that sounds great. Sweet and tart Saskatoon berry, which is a prairie staple. Now that is very Canadian. That's as Canadian as Saskatoon berry pie, they could be saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean.
Instead of apple pie. Yeah, okay. So now I got a whole bunch of dishes I need to try next time I visit Canada. It's hard because there typically isn't like Canadian restaurants, like there's Mexican restaurants or whatever,
Right. Like
Even
a pub and
yeah.
like Thai food. And,
yeah. Even if you go to Canada, it's just like food. Yeah,
That's true.
they don't have specifically Canadian food. Come on down to
Yeah.
Dudley Do Right's buffet.
What were the bars that you mentioned that have the custard?
Nanaimo bars.
How do you spell that?
Like Nanaimo plus bars.
Okay. Thank you for that. I'm looking it up because I'm like, I should be able to make that.
Yeah, they're fantastic, and they're from Nanaimo.
Who knew?
Right.
Okay. But
So,
this,
Yeah. So now
all
we
this
gotta.
to say, what's your favorite sandwich?
Boy, it's a good question because I got a lot of them. But I think it pressed today. I think I would say a tuna melt, a classic tuna melt, is one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That was my son's favorite sandwich when he was like 1. Weirdly.
I'll tell you one other that I really, really like, but you never see it on a menu. And I'd like to claim that I invented this, but somebody else probably might have invented it. I don't like rye bread, but I do like the Reuben sandwich ingredients. So instead of getting a Reuben on rye, I asked for a Reuben on sourdough, which I call an Eric because it's not a Reuben anymore, so it might as well be an Eric.
Why not?
So corned beef, sauerkraut, Thousand Island dressing, sourdough bread, toasted, of course. Delicious.
Why didn't you ever pitch this to Vance back when he was sponsoring this show?
You know how Vance was.
Well, that's true.
He got angry at the idea of red onion and tuna,
This is true.
which I think is amazing.
Yeah. Well, all right. You have a point. You have a point.
He was a purist to the extreme.
Definitely a purist. Okay, so a tuna melt. All right, that's
Yeah,
not bad.
tuna melt or an Eric.
I,
That classic sandwich.
that classic sandwich. Okay, well that's fair. Um,
And so you would go with the turkey club specifically from this restaurant.
yes, but like my sandwich that I sort of like
But-
in keeping with your thought,
Yeah.
I am like a BLT girl.
Oh, a good BLT is hard to beat.
Yeah. Like, and the thing is, like, it does have to be good. Like, the bacon can't be too crispy.
Right.
It's got to be chewy. The tomato, you want like a good.
I'll tell you a life hack. I've started baking bacon, and I feel like that is the best prep for bacon that there is. And it's so easy.
Uh-huh.
It's so much better than doing it in the skillet like I've been doing it my whole life.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, I've been doing that for like 20 years.
Right.
I
Well,
should have told you.
yeah, maybe.
Sorry.
I think I've been doing it longer than I've known you, but still. Yeah, it's like $3.50 for about 20 minutes or so.
Oh, and it's chewy.
Yeah,
And then
it's
you lift
perfect.
it out. You put it on a paper towel. To
Yeah,
get
you
got to
drain all that grease off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
But just a cookie
chef's
sheet.
kiss.
Bam. Perfect for BLTs. And you know what? It's funny you mentioned the BLT because just yesterday I come home from doing some errands and we've got some bacon because I've been making it up on the weekend now and then just reheating it as we need it.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, a BLT would be perfect. So I start making the BLT, try to get the tomatoes, and all my tomatoes are bad.
Oh,
And I had just come from the store.
That's so disappointing.
So annoyed. So I just had a BL, which
That's still good though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as healthy. Blah blah blah.
It's
What could be a good substitute?
really there isn't one.
Yeah,
I
there
tried
kind of isn't.
I tried mini bell peppers on it. So
Yeah,
it was
that
a
would be-
BLP and it was okay.
Cucumber's not bad
Yeah.
because it's got a little
There
crunch.
really is no substitute
Yeah, there
for
isn't.
tomatoes on a BLT.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, a BL is okay, but nowhere near as good as a BLT.
Yeah, and in this case, we don't mean Brazilian butt lift. It's bacon lettuce.
Yes. I didn't say BBL.
I know, but I just making sure that everybody got it.
All right.
Okay. Are we out of time?
We are pretty much out of
Okay.
time. We got to figure out So you're going with BLT, and I'm going to go with the tuna melt.
Yep.
Be sure and write in and tell us your favorite sandwich.
Yeah.
Asking
At
don'taskmetotalk.com. Before I was so rudely interrupted by the Wheel O topics.
Which has to ask this time.
Oh, yeah. And our topic for next week is drinking age. What?
Oh, okay.
Are we living in the drinking age? Is that what you're asking?
Like the Gilded Age?
Yes.
Yes. Nope, that is not what we're asking.
Are you sure? Because it definitely feels like.
That's another show. That's Don't Ask Me to Talk, late night. All right. Hey, thanks for listening, everybody. Remember, you can follow us on social media at Don't Ask Me to Talk, and you can also reach us via our email asking at don'taskmetotalk.com.
Have a wonderful week, everybody. Thanks for listening.